Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good day. Welcome. Today, we got a very special guest who I love and has helped me immensely with my lack of knowledge with YouTube and the various technologies that are going around. And he's already laughing. I hear him. But also, he is one half of the inspiration that got me to start getting this channel going. So please, everybody, welcome Daniel from Embrace the Suck 21.
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me on.
All right. How you doing, bud?
Hey, man. Can't freaking complain. We retired the galactical headquarters just because Spencer's making moves in his life, you know, and he's moving to North Carolina. So,
oh wow,
we're continuing our Embrace the Suck journey just via restream. Kind of have two screens and the content in the middle.
Okay,
you know, and the fact that we can meet up like remotely is awesome. But no, man, everything is going amazing. It's great. It was just, you come to these. What is it? We come to these moments where we have to turn the page and enter a new chapter. So it's all good. It's all good, man. How are things over here in the Muppet Army?
The Muppet Army? Wow, it's at 120.
Whoa.
Wow. I didn't, because actually people don't know this, but we scrapped the original stream because I was trying to get it through on a Discord call, and I can't stand Discord. It's
there's a lot of buttons.
There's a lot of shit going on with Discord.
Yeah.
So I talked to you beforehand, and I said, you know what was that app that you used to get all your podcast stuff done? It was StreamYard, and I've basically had StreamYard for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's up and going, and I actually like this. This is actually a much better thing to use for like a podcast type of deal.
For sure.
But this is very informal. I talked to you about 2 hours before I wanted to get you on.
Yeah, I'm like hurting still. I'm still a little bit hungover, man. So just don't yell too loud. Don't yell too loud. But no, Spence and I went to a show at the 930 Club last night, and that's in DC, and it was an awesome moment. It was awesome because we got kicked out of the 930 Club before any music started. So anyway, man, it was great, man. We had a good just bro day while he was up, So, but
that's awesome.
No, I see all the chat. Chatio, everyone, man. Oh yeah! Wow, it's crazy. It's so cool.
What's going on? I see Penis Hazleton, one of my favorites.
That's great. Yeah, no, it's awesome seeing so many people.
And Thea, I see Thea. She's one of my favorites too.
Thea's in there. Yep. Tim, all these guys.
And Chatio, what's going on?
Yeah. It's good, man.
I started this because I've been busy to all hell editing. I got so many movie reactions that I have to edit, and I finally got the Hot Fuzz. I got the Hot Fuzz one up pretty easy, but that took most of my day editing yesterday. But I was in the middle of editing one. I had just done 2 reaction videos, and then I popped on Instagram to take a break, and I saw that you guys are retiring the shed.
Yeah, I know.
And it's wild because I feel like that's what it's like, a part of you guys.
Yeah. It's definitely like I touched on before. It's just it was because even my wife was like, so are you guys gonna be a long time? I was like, no, this is the moment. Like we're putting the knife in the subject of our galactical headquarters, our storage shed. So I was like, man, it's a moment because that built us. It was there. It was our space to basically release, like to be embraced to suck. So it was crazy. It was crazy. It was just a moment. Like, it was just one of those things. I want to keep saying that. I'm just going to be repetitive because there's nothing else to define it. It's like bittersweet. It was a bittersweet moment. That's it. It was like, man, it's gone now. Now it's just made room in our lives for bigger, better things. So, yes.
Yeah. How about you tell me how you got started doing videos in the shed? Maybe like a little background on
Oh yeah,
why
man.
you guys decided to do that.
That the Spencer Spencer had the shed because during lockdown he couldn't practice his music inside of his house just because it's not enough space, and he needed to be able to like expand and sing. And when
Okay.
everyone was walking or working from home, he would have stepped on toes by just singing, you know. So he moved to the shed. He got a storage unit, and then we had the idea of creating our fitness journey, which didn't work. We were gonna like, hey, we're gonna work out and do the Tough Mudder, which is like an obstacle course, army style obstacle
I've
course.
heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's in the UK too. It's in the UK too. I think they do. I think it's globally, to be honest. So we started that, and now he was like, "Hey man, I have a shed. We can get everything sort of set up. Let's see how it goes." Because he was using his storage unit for his music channel, so it was possible. So from there, I would just meet him at the storage unit, and
Okay.
that's where it started. That's where it started. The whole thing started from that. And the background, if you go to the very beginning of Embrace the Suck 21 channel, you'll see like the freaking jail cell background, like just blocks, just so
Yeah.
boring. It looks like we're being held prisoner. Like, and then I got the flags up, and then so you could slowly see that as time goes on, we actually gave a shit about our background, little by little.
Yes, I noticed that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, little by little, we got there, and I was like, okay, we have to put the Maryland flag. We got to put that's where we are, and even though Spence is from North Carolina, we still maintained a lot of Maryland pride. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. As you see, I still have some Maryland stuff in the background here
Mhm.
on my channel.
I can
But
relate. I still got a lot of Maryland stuff at my home here in Florida.
yeah,
So
it's amazing what we put our flag on. Or
it is.
I don't think there
Yeah.
is something that we can't put our flag on, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
we have it all. We have it all. But
Actually, since this is actually a pretty good question from Mark Atherton. He says, what's the meaning of the name Embrace the Suck? I've never asked you guys that, so I'm kind of
no,
curious.
well, that's like old. For me, that's an old like military saying. Back it's just like it's gonna suck. It's going to like life is gonna suck. Life is gonna be hard. You just have to embrace it and roll with it. It's not. It's that's what we used to say when we had to do when someone effed up and we had to do push-ups. As a
Uh-huh.
squad. And so we're like, yeah, man, we just have to embrace the suck. It's just kind of it's gonna suck, but it's gonna suck equally. So
Yeah.
nothing we can do about the suck part.
That's very
So
true.
yeah,
That's very
it's just
true.
like the
I like that.
mantra. It's just the mantra, man. And it stuck. It stuck because it was supposed to be about fitness. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
about fitness. I'm like, embrace the suck. That's great. That's a great fitness journey channel. And
Yeah.
like everyone has their route to how they got into reactions, right? And
Mhm.
ours is completely different. Ours is not. We're like, hey, let's become the the reaction channel. Like, no, my wife asked us one day to see how the Taco Bell churros were made and react to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, we can
Okay.
react to it. And then we reacted to that freaking thing. And then Spencer's like, have you heard of a band called Oasis? I was like, I know the two songs. And then that's where we entered the reaction world is Oasis. So
Right.
from
Yeah.
that moment, 2 years ago, 2+ years ago, that's when we kicked off Embrace the Suck 21. So
Nice.
that storage unit has been the rock, the solid part of Embrace the Suck, the glue.
Oh, that's
But
cool. See, I'm learning as I'm going because I've only had this app for like 20 minutes. And I
yeah,
just realized I can show the message from Mark Atherton. So shout out to Mark. That was a
there you
good
go.
question. And now I can hide it. Okay, so this is
Yeah.
cool. I'm gonna have to start getting some of you guys on podcasts.
Oh yeah, man.
This seems like a really easy app to use with podcasts.
Oh my god, yeah, man. I on our podcast when we did, even though we did it primarily just audio, but thank God we did it on this side. Or no, which way did we do it? No, we didn't use StreamYard. We did something else. But the podcast,
I think you were experimenting with a new app that's similar to this, but it's a different one.
Yeah, this is home for me. Like this is, I know what to do. I know that I can piece together audios. It's a much better suited platform for podcast style stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people in our community that do like panel shows and they use StreamYard. It's chaotic, but you can have 8 people up on this thing at once.
Yeah, that's insanity to me. Because there's you don't know when to talk when there's that many people.
No, it's just freaking.
I've seen people do it though. I've seen him. I've seen Alan Eclectic Beard.
Yes.
I've seen him do it a couple of times, and I'm like, in fact, he did one where I was on it at the beginning, and then I left, and then an hour later, he's like, he's still going, and I see that he's got like 9 different people in there. I'm like, holy shit!
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's so loud, but it's you don't go on there without getting your vocal cords ready and just yell. I mean, that's the only way to get yourself heard.
I would imagine so.
And David Delalis, the 21 is the year we started. 21 is the year we started. So that's answers your question.
I thought maybe you guys started a little bit earlier, maybe like 2020. But 2021 is definitely when I found you guys.
Yeah.
Before I was gonna say about the since we're saying goodbye to the shed, I had always wondered when I first started watching your videos, because the way I found you guys was anything it was recommended to me in a feed, because I have seen the Ricky Gervais show so much even before I started the channel, and then I always found myself clicking on videos of people reacting to it for the first time. And then when I saw yours, you had the Maryland flag in the background, and I was like, well, I got to click on these guys. These are my fellow statesmen right here.
It's our fellow statesmen.
But I always wondered if, like, I didn't realize it was a shed until like very many videos into going into your channel, watching your videos. And I had always thought maybe it was like an old fireplace area type thing, because it had that feel to it. It was dark and and I was looking at that. I was like, these guys must live in the Allegheny Mountains or something like that.
Yeah, it's our bunker. It's our bunker.
Yeah.
It's our doomsday bunker.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And
go ahead.
Yeah.
No, it's great because we've had so many comments about our background, so much so that we put a background up. You know what I mean? People thought the roll door, right, was a Venetian blind. I'm like, what?
That's dope.
I was like, I wish.
That's your Venetian flex right there.
Yeah. We definitely got Venetian blinds. Listen to them open. It's just so loud. Oh man.
Like you in a shed? No, bitch. I got this from Venice.
Yeah.
You better recognize. That's hilarious. One of the other things that I wanted to talk to you about was God, it's escaping me now.
No, you're good.
But
you're focusing on the comments, and they'll come in chunks.
No, well, they do. Yeah, this is a little because it's literally right next to you, so it's distracting a little bit. But I'll get used to it. I was gonna say shout out to Spencer.
Yeah,
who that's actually the first time I've heard he's moving to North Carolina.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see you guys post videos from different places in the future. But Spencer, one of the things that I love about you guys is I started reacting to mainly stuff from the United Kingdom, mostly comedy stuff because of you guys. And once I came into contact with you guys, I had already been 3 or 4 months in to the reacting stuff before yeah, I noticed you guys like followed me on Instagram or something. And immediately I was like, yo, what's up,
Yeah.
guys? Like, you guys are the reason I started this. So thank you so much. And since we've known each other, you guys, more than anybody else, have been the most helpful to people when it comes to the reaction stuff on the channel. So if anything, I owe more to you guys than anybody else. So I just wanted to thank you. And I know Spencer's not here, but I want to thank you and him for that.
Of course, man. Well, thank you, man. Well, my thing is like we know, you know, I don't know what people think about like the YouTuber reaction community, but we are closer than you guys think. Like we're a tight knit group, you know, and we actually give a shit about the platform, and it's like we're creating this family, this space for everyone, and like it's funny because you see the comments. I know a lot of people from the comments. You know, there's a lot of we have a lot of crossover. You know, on not just on Embrace the Suck on your channel, but on Arius and the Nation. That's I see the names, so I'm like, it benefits us if we can come out and just talk to each other. You know, and there's a lot of times you'll be burning the midnight oil. And I'll talk to you, you know, and we get a lot done, and we basically hash out questions that we have, and a lot of the questions that you ask, I ask as well, like you know,
exactly, yes.
Yes.
Speaking of people that we know together in the chat, I see Kirsty's here, Queen of the Lost Chargers.
Yes.
Thea's here as well. Kev83. That's 3 people right off the bat who I know are part of the Arius and the Nation community.
Yes.
So if you guys didn't know, he's got Daniel's got his own separate channel, Arius and the Nation. If you guys want to check that out, I really like that channel too because it like anytime sometimes I'll hop into a Bruin banner, but you don't know I'm there.
No,
I'll just hop in for a few minutes just to see what's going on.
Yeah,
because I'm probably in the middle of doing something myself, but I just want to see how. And it's usually always the same tight knit group of people, and you got a really special group over there, and really supportive, nice people. So, I think that says a lot about you. So
it's fun, man. You know, like we just shoot the shit. Like our Bruin banters are kind of like a community check-in. We just talk. You know, there's really no rhyme or reason. And I'm totally understanding that live streams destroy my channel. Like they don't do well at all for the channel. But it's not about that. It's about just freaking checking in with everyone. You know? It's you know, it's a good getaway. It's a good getaway for not just myself, but for people that are involved in the community. It's just like, hey man, just unplug for a sec. Just come on over and just chill out. We don't have to do any embrace the shit. Correct. That's awesome.
I like that one,
man. And no, it's a nice step away. You know, I didn't think that our community that we share, honestly, like it's just the community that we've created. They don't. How do I see it? Like they don't. To me, before I even hopped on the internet, I thought it was just madness and hatred and just. Man, I thought it was just a very toxic place, and it can be, but our communities, we're just so tight, and it's just like super, we've been super embraced by the community, and we love them. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah. And I think that's very true. Like, thinking about it, when I first started out, like, it seemed like half the comments were negative, but now it's like almost universally positive most of the time. Sometimes there's some bad ones, but you know, you can't do anything about that. It's just, you know, it's just how the game goes with YouTube. At first, like, who's this Muppet? And then after a while, they're like, hey, this Muppet's all right.
Hey, he's not bad. He's not bad. He likes the stuff that we like, you know?
I don't know if this is a title for the stream or a suggestion.
Stop the game.
From Random Madness.
Oh man, it's great. It's great. Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
The king.
And then we have David, who says, "I found Dan and Spence through the Boomer."
Oh, there you go, man. And it's all.
And I'm sure there's people in the chat who would say that they found me through you guys.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
I
vice
mean,
versa.
I
So
think way before we try to even collab or even reached out to each other. You know, we knew about you. We've talked about you on the channel way before, leading up to. Um, we love to shout the different people out in the community. You know, because I think out of everyone, um, who was it? Who was it that he Alan EB? He's the one that um, he's the one that really took the time to interview us. And that interview was just so like crazy because our connection was so crap, you know.
yeah,
But because of that, it got me interested in the community aspect of YouTube. I was like, hey man, he reached out to us, so I like now it's the ball's in our court. We'll reach out to everyone else. We'll make
hmm
our community feel a little bit smaller, and it's a nice it's man it's just it's fulfilling. It's nice. Um, you know, and I'm glad you're part of it, man. I see when you hop in, you just like boom for like 2 seconds, and I was like, man, it's great. It's great because you never know who's watching, man. You never know who's
yeah,
watching.
yeah. It's usually Unfortunately, like it's so you do your brew and banner so early that like I'm just waking up and I have to like race to get done what I'm trying to get done because I've wake up so late. So sometimes I'll see you're on and it'll be like midway through the stream and I'll be like hop in and then you've seen it before. Sometimes I'll
Yeah,
just drop a super chat and leave.
yeah, and it's all appreciated, man.
Yeah.
It's it's so I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just say that like through Embrace the Suck, it has opened so many doors and connected us to so many different people that we would never ever meet. You know, and
Definitely.
yeah, and that's what makes it so awesome doing this. You know, just like we even though like, and I've said this before, I know our paths have crossed at some point. We
They
may not have
probably have, yes.
like we may
We've
not have
talked about
known
this
each other,
before.
yes, but we definitely have passed each other somewhere in Maryland at some point growing up.
We
You know,
probably went to a couple of the same parties.
yeah, yeah, or a game, or a game,
Definitely a game, yeah.
definitely a game. So,
Because yes, I'm thinking of those Sherwood High School versus Damascus High School football matches that were so
crazy,
intense. We would
crazy.
you guys would always buck and beat us though.
Well, I mean, we
I
bred
don't know
that.
how it is now, but back then
Yeah.
it was always like Damascus was number one, Sherwood was number two, and we just could never take that top spot.
I mean, we had a good like in high school. We had a good like 5 years. It's like we're breeding them. We're genetically altering our people. It has to be something. It has to be something in the cornfields of Damascus. Like it's not natural.
It definitely is. It definitely
it's,
is.
and I haven't been back to Damascus in a long time, dude.
Yeah,
Man.
actually, my best friend lives there now.
Really?
Yeah, he moved, and I told because he hated Damascus High School growing up, and
Yeah.
I'm like, well, now you're gonna raise one because you're living there, and he was like, whatever, I'm never going back to Olney. So
Yeah. Oh man, Olney's
that's
not bad
funny.
either. But I remember
Olney's I think at least I left like 10 years ago, but even when I left, like it was getting way too crowded because they put Good Counsel High School in there, and then since then the place just fucking exploded.
It did
with people, and it was
it was so funny, man, because back in the day when I found out like where we were moving, I was like, where the hell is Damascus? I mean, sticks. Talking about furthest away from like medical help possible. You know, you fend for yourself on Damascus, but it's crazy how the just the areas that we grew up in just exploded. It just went crazy. There's so many people now. You wouldn't even recognize it, man. When you come back up to Maryland, it's just like you wouldn't believe it, dude.
I probably wouldn't. What was some of the first videos that you guys reacted to that got you guys started getting the train rolling when it comes to your following with Embrace the Suck?
Well,
or was it just the gorgeous shed that brought everybody in?
It was the glorious it was a gorgeous cell. That magnificent view in the back of us of the cinder blocks and the very fine pointed masonry work. But yeah. So the first thing that I would say the thing that got us rolling was Oasis. Like we stuck on that. Like that it. If you look back, I think we were releasing like 3 videos a day for 2 months straight. Like
Okay.
that's an insane amount of content just to flood the internet with. Like,
Yes.
you know, and I still to this day I'm like, dude, I tell Spencer, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that we have that part of the market cornered when it comes to Oasis reactions, like B-sides and like whatever. We've probably reacted to it. And then there was some of the F1 popped off for us. The TT. We watched some of the TT race.
Okay.
The motorcycle race too. So it's it was something that we released videos and then they became like slow burners. They would just like simmer and then all of a sudden the next day we'll check and it's like holy shit, you know?
One of those late
Yeah.
it
Yep.
picks up late kind of things. Yes. I've it's weird when that happens because you put up a video and then the first couple days you feel like they didn't gain any traction whatsoever, and then sometimes even weeks or months later all of a sudden you just see it taken off and you're like, what?
Yeah, it'll somehow gain relevance
wild.
lately, like or later.
Yeah,
And
that happened to me fairly recently with I was reacting to this Australian comedian, what's his name? Rodney Rude.
Yes.
And
yes.
I put his video out and I got like, maybe like 1,000, 2,000 views the first day. And then it just sat there not getting anything. And then all of a sudden, months later, like half a year later,
Yep.
all of a sudden it's getting like 4,000 or 5,000 views a day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, where is this coming from? And then all these Australians started coming in. Yeah, it's funny how that like whatever YouTube algorithms pick up randomly
wild.
with your videos, sometimes weeks or months later.
And
it's interesting how that happens.
The Rodney Rude, we're experiencing the same craziness. We're like, that was a while ago. Like we go to our trending videos. I'm like, what? That really? When did we last react to that? And I was like, because it's so much, man. Like, it's crazy. We keep looking back and like, man, we could freaking. We have over 1,000 videos.
That's crazy. Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
I don't even have 500 yet.
It's freaking wild, and I love it when the subscribers, they ask us very individual, like, or very very specific questions on our live streams. Like, do you remember this? I'm like, no, I don't, because it's like there's so much content has passed between what you're seeing and where we're at right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Like just for a kind of I told people in my brew and banter the other day, I was like, look, the videos you see on the Races Suck where we're together, those are already a month old. Spencer's been living in North Carolina for about a month. And we still have an insane amount of videos left to release. So it's
wow, he's already been there a month, yeah.
Yeah, so
that's wild.
When you see us together in the same backdrop, you're like, okay, that's a month old. So it's just we have tons and tons of content. It's wild.
That's crazy. I couldn't even imagine holding on to content that long, just because it like I'm filming with a GoPro and the files in a GoPro take up so much space. So like I'm literally in a rush to get out like a bunch of these movie reactions, edit them and put them up on YouTube just to get them off of my computer.
Yeah,
because it's taking up so much space on my computer. Even though I just got a brand new computer that has tons of storage space, the files on these movie reactions are so big that I got to get rid of them.
The movies, man.
So I highlighted this one, Mr. Fry. This is really weird seeing you two on the same stream. We've done it before.
Yeah, we have. We've done it
before. But out of all the other reactors I talked to, Daniel's probably the one I talked to the most. So.
Yeah. No, and that's my thing. It's like we're closer than I think what people would ever even possibly think of. Like we just, as soon as you posted something, man, and man, we were just I had to reach out. It dropped and I reached out, man. I was just like, you're going through it. We've all been through it, and it's one of those we had to check on each other, man. We check on each other all the time. You know, like if there's a space in between us connecting, I will always reach out and just see how you're doing, like a wellness check.
Oh, by the way, you mentioned like burning the midnight oil on my. I don't know if I should reveal this live, but I'm going to. But on Discord, I put my status as like hidden, so you can't tell when I'm online or not. So sometimes I am on there because you probably haven't seen me like actually with the green light on my name recently. But if you send me a message late night like you normally do, like I'll get it and I'll probably be on there.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what's going on. I just haven't been on Discord because I haven't been creating new random artwork. You know, like when I'm trying to redo logos and stuff like that, or find like do something with the what is it called?
I'm jealous of your artwork, by the way.
Mid-Journey, like that's where I'm at most of the time. Rethinking different like merch ideas and stuff like that, and I'm always on it. When I'm in those moods, I'm like, okay, so here we go. Like this is like I want to reach out to Brian because I know he's up. And Duncan M, I saw that.
What is this?
Yeah, Brad and Lex, they're fellow reactors, and the axe is coming down hard on them. The Eagles are going back and are doing a scorched earth copyright strike campaign.
The Eagles, the band or the football
team? the band.
Really?
The band, yeah.
So, like, what are they reacting to? Like the Eagles' music, and the Eagles are trying to get them taken all down.
And I'm like, damn, dude, that's crazy. You know. And
speaking of that, have you guys ever gotten like a copyright strike or a removal request?
Let me see. Very in the beginning, I think we did a grime reaction, and it got struck, I think.
Okay.
But that was 2 years ago. That was like one of the earlier videos. So I don't know but we've skirted that line very carefully since then. So that has already fallen off. Because I think it gives you.
I've never gotten one of the. I've never gotten either or. I've been expecting them all the time, but I've never experienced that before. But I hear I've heard Eclectic Beard and some of his buddies, reactor buddies that he talks to, talk about it. But and some people get removal requests all the time. I heard one guy he was interviewing say he gets removal requests like all the time, and I've never received one. If the original content person that came to me asked for me to take it down, I'd be like, all right, fine.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We had one of those. It was a motorsport video. You know? One of these like back channel, smaller channels. Asked us to take it down.
Really?
And I was like, fair enough. You know, at the end of the day, we still give you a shout out and we still put your link on. So technically we're helping each other. But
that's surprising to me.
I was like,
I've never, the only times I've reacted to things from smaller channels, every time, like almost half the time I do it, I get a comment from them in the comments below the video saying, thank you.
Yeah.
For reacting to my video and for the shout out. And
usually people are cool, man, but sometimes they hold on too tight to what they perceive as their original artwork. You know, they hold on too tight.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just weird, especially since it's like motorsport footage. In our case, dude wasn't racing. He wasn't a driver. He just put the shit together.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, all right, man. I was like,
yeah, I mean, you know, but it's their video, so you know.
Yeah. At the end of the
day, they want to. At the end of the day, whatever they want to be done with it. RCA Goon, seriously, fellas, no way would I have watched this shit without COVID lockdowns. But it's been a privilege. I buy you guys a pint anytime. Thank you, RCA Goon. That's a very good comment.
That is a very good comment.
He was going so far down the rabbit hole during COVID lockdowns that he found. Well, you guys, because I wasn't on here during the COVID lockdowns, but
Man, no,
That's
it's
pretty-
the lockdown, man, was wild. That's when a lot of people came out of the woodwork. Like a lot of YouTubers.
yeah,
YouTube was the bastion to run to, either watching it or getting on it. Like
yeah.
because I don't think I ever I don't think I ever uh I don't think I ever what is it been on a how do I say this, man? I'm losing my thoughts. I'm losing my thoughts because of the chat too. Like yeah, so we're gonna leave it there. It was gonna be probably life changing. I really had a really good comment to say.
Yeah.
I lost it.
Shout out to Kev83. He says, I don't know how I found this shit, to be honest.
There you go.
I love
Yes.
Kev. Tracy Beaker, what's the best British film you both have seen?
Oh,
you want to go first?
Ooh, I would. Was it? I think it was The Gentleman. The Gentleman.
The Gentleman? That's a good one.
That was very well done. That was very well done. So I like that.
I think for me it's Train Spotting. Shout out to Scotland.
Oh man, that's a tough one, dude.
It was a tough watch, but I just think it was so well done.
Yeah.
And I got some comments from some Scots that said like some of them are not particularly fond of that movie because of how it portrays Scotland.
Yeah,
because of the whole heroin thing. But I mean, it doesn't. Which I can see, but I mean, I thought that was it's
a phenomenal movie. I thought it was a phenomenal movie, man. I mean, the fact that it was so dark is huge. I was just like the fact that I reacted to it like it affected me, and that's a huge nod to the directing. Like I'm invested. I'm so invested that shit hurt watching it. I'm like, damn.
It did. Did you get my sock? You see that shit?
Oh my god.
No, you are not allowed to have my sock. you eat the toy. There you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
No. Come here. Right. There you go. There you go, Jay. Good girl. All right, Jay Beverman, give me an update on his fight. Thank you very much for the super chat, Jay. 5th round KO, fractured eye, broken rib.
Man.
I hope the other guy, not you, Jay. So,
Oof.
Let me see if you wrote anything else in here. Yeah, I hope that happened to the other guy and not you.
Yeah, man. Fractured eye, man. Oh, dude, broken rib. Damn, dude. No way.
Because I want you to win all your fights from this day forward.
Yeah.
Jay Beverman has been a longtime follower of my channel. He's a boxer, and he usually tries to give me updates as best he can, but sometimes I don't see them as often because the channel's grown much larger since Jay first started following. But good guy, and he works really hard.
There you go.
In the boxing. Awesome. He says W. Fuck yeah, Jay.
Nice.
Nice. I love it. Nice job, mate. See, I'm even using like British vernacular now. That's how much. Nice. That's how much influence that all you Muppets have had on me. And I even do it at home. Like sometimes, like Queen. Oh, hello. Oh my God, Jane, what are you doing?
Uh-oh. There you go.
You can't really see. Well, you can see her head a little bit.
Yeah. I'm learning, man.
Teach
me any tips and tricks for my puppy.
Yeah, she's I guess she's over the whole live stream thing. She's like, no, you gotta give me attention now.
Yeah, I couldn't even I tried to have my puppy in the live stream, and it was just like a beeline for the cables, dude. Made a beeline right for I'm like, come on. And then when I got my puppy like kind of set up and settled down, took a massive shit in my office, and I'm like, great.
Yeah.
great. I'm like, this is perfect. But yeah, man.
Somebody said, let me see if I can find this chat. Well, it's probably way too far back now anyway, but oh, here it is. Harry Nelson, you guys should get after work reactions on the stream. That's Josh, right? That's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Josh. I've never talked to him personally. You mother. That is my sock. No. Man. Give me the. Hey, let go. Good girl.
Is it the same sock over and over again?
Yes.
You just might have to just.
I'm keeping it up here.
I would just give her both. Like here's the pair. Don't leave me with one. I hate that.
Yeah, Josh after work reactions. I like him a lot. I was probably started watching his videos the same time I found you guys because he reacted to a lot of the Ricky Gervais stuff.
Yeah, no.
And before I started that, my stuff, like Ricky Gervais was the one comedian from across the pond who, like, I actually had seen a lot of his stuff.
Yeah,
which is probably how I got into this. But Josh, we have actually joked before off camera that, and this is Josh, if you're watching, this is in the nicest way possible. We love you, but we always joke that Josh ruined it for all of us because when it comes to like schedules or frequency of uploads or anything that pertains to that, we get comments from people like saying, "Well, Josh does this." And like,
oh my,
well,
God,
sorry, I'm not as good as he is. I'm not.
It's always. But Josh I'm like, oh my God, stow that comment. Just hold on to it tightly and suffocate it. Like, I get it. There are others out there that have done this, like, and better and sooner, you know. And just it's. Josh, I love that. You stepped in it first. Like, it's always, well, like, yeah, I know.
Well, Josh does this. He does this at 10 o'clock. He does this at 11. He does this at noon. And then at 5 o'clock, he jerks him. It's like,
man, I wish I could.
It's like, okay, we get it.
Mine is more haphazard. Like,
I know.
One of our buddies, Gunnar. Yes, he asked if I have any more football videos planned. That's the other thing. I have more football videos planned. Will they get up and be seen? That's the other thing. I hate the fact that you can get all the way done processing, all the way done uploading a video, and then the block comes in at the last moment.
Or sometimes when you air it, that's the worst. When you air it and then like 15, 20 minutes in or an hour later, like then the block comes. That's the worst.
It's just like deflating. It's deflating.
Because then you've already given up, like the jig is up. Everybody knows that you've done that reaction.
You've seen it. Yeah.
That happened to me with what was that movie? The Festival. I like 4 or 5 times I had to upload that one because everything was clear, and then 20 or 30 minutes later it would hit with the block for like 98% of the audience or whatever it was.
And I love that it gives you, hey, you can clip this to make it work. And then you look at the clipped out section, it's like all of the video.
YouTube's clip section is trash. Absolute garbage. Yeah. And I love YouTube, but that's like, I don't know, because it takes like a whole day for them just to cut something out.
You know what, man? Since my podcast supports video, I might release a Spotify YouTube reaction. I want to see what it does. One of them that got blocked on YouTube, I want to see if you can watch a reaction on Spotify.
Interesting. I didn't know Spotify would
but
be for that. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Mr. Fry, you guys got any Alan Partridge uploads planned? You'll both love him, says Mr. Fry. How about you, Daniel?
I do love Partridge. We have not gotten back to him in a long while.
Okay.
Like we have these cyclical people that we always come back to, we come around to, and it's massive. It's like a year. It's basically like a year cycle almost.
Yeah.
On some comedians, and it's tough. But no, I really couldn't say that Partridge is going to get back on the channel anytime soon. I don't know. What about you?
Well, Mr. Fry, I have done a reaction to the Alan Partridge movie. It's on Patreon at the moment, but I have to remix it and edit and upload it onto YouTube. So I'm thinking I'd probably get that one up within the next week or two.
Nice.
So that should be coming. But as far as the shows, no, I've not reacted to any of the show. I've done short clips before, and but I have not reacted to any of the shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you know what one I did want to try to get up on my channel is, and I know it'll never go. It'll never see the light of day. But I want to try to look at that. I purposely held off from watching Welcome to Wrexham. But it has drawn me in with my journey through the World Cup stuff and Premier League stuff. And I'm like, oh, I would love to check it out. And I would love to bring everyone on the journey. But who knows where I can even see that. And even, it'll never see the light of day, period. Never.
Yeah.
Never. There's just some things that it's just like, it's not gonna go through any of the net. And I was surprised, man. We skirted something very crazy last time I was on your channel. The freaking audio of the World Cup bled through. Even though it was in Spanish. Really? Yeah, even though it was in Spanish. I was like, oh, he skirted that. That's awesome. Because it's all that audio stuff. Everyone was like,
yeah,
what was happening? What's going on? Turn it off. I mean,
actually like, I've seen people putting up, and sometimes big time YouTubers putting up like the Monday Night Football game and shit like that. Yeah.
No,
like it's not like like obviously they cropped part of it, but it's still like they still get it up. And then they're in the background like, yo, smash the like button, man.
What? How did
I know, right? That's wild to me. That's wild to me.
I put NFL coverage with Olympic and FIFA coverage. Like, I just know that those things and some F1 stuff that they just, you put in the title, you hit create, broadcast, blocked. Like, that's the next, like the button won't even be pressed. It'll just be like, boop, blocked. That's it.
Yeah.
But,
see, it's a comment like this, and rule of thumb, I love you. Yep. So don't think I'm picking on you, but like sometimes there'll be comments like people have done the reaction on Wrexham. Yeah. So you're all clear, brother. That might that may be true, but sometimes stuff with the material changes. Like everybody, I can't remember. There was one thing I was trying to react to, and everybody had done it. Oh, Billy Connolly. I was trying to do Billy Connolly reactions, and every single one of them was getting blocked. And I'm putting up messages in the community like, hey, I'm trying to get Billy Connolly reactions up. Sorry, guys. And then like 3/4 of the comments, well, all these other people have done them. It's like it's different for every reactor. Like sometimes I'll get experience a problem that you guys have not.
No.
And vice versa.
Yep.
And we've talked about this in private too.
It's infuriating. It's like punch like your fist through the wall. Infuriating how it's so all over the place. There's no like standard like anything. It's like what works for you could not work for me. And we've seen that many times. You know?
Let's see. I've actually seen comments about this. Tomorrow, Zadok the King.
What?
Who the fuck is Zadok?
What?
At Charles 11 Coronation tune used for, we'll say that football's tune. I don't. So are you trying to say that the coronation for Charles is tomorrow? Because that's what I've heard.
Yeah. I think we're doing a watch along.
Kathy.
I think we're doing a watch along on that on Embrace
Are
you? But it's going to be virtual. So Spence is going to send me the link, and I might pop in the room. just because my schedule is crazy during the morning hours. You know, it's getting my son ready, getting the puppy out of just out before it shits and destroys everything.
Oh, they're talking about music. All right. Sorry, Kathy.
Got it.
Yeah, I won't be able to do a live stream for the coronation. I got so much going on tomorrow, and I'm working most of the day tomorrow. So, unfortunately, I won't be able to do anything for that. I think it would be cool to do a react, but isn't it very long? I have to do a live stream for 10 hours.
I think
because I would imagine that is a very look. I don't know. I know almost little to nothing about the coronation. The only time I've seen a coronation is old footage from the late great Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah,
but I would imagine that there's so many formal procedures that you have to go through just to watch the entire thing.
Probably.
You're basically watching procedure after procedure for hours on.
Yeah, it's going to be long. It's going to be very long.
It's only James Mason says it's only 1 hour.
Oh,
maybe I am. It's not. Yeah, it's not. I don't know much about it.
Wait, it's going to be at 10 a.m. That means it's going to be on at 5 a.m. here.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I'd have to do that reaction in the dark, where everything behind me is asleep.
And you just have to be, hey guys, I'm watching this thing.
That's actually a really good comment, Angela. Let me highlight this one. Even if you don't like the Royals, it is living history.
This is true.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah, it's a moment. It's a moment that won't happen
exactly.
Again. Whether you agree or not. So we'll see.
I remember there was some show I was watching, and they had the TV on of some politician was speaking about some crazy event that happened in the show, and then somebody in the background chimed in, was like, "Why are you watching him? You can't stand that person." And then the person literally who's looking at the TV goes, "Because this is history." So it's it's a great response. So Angela, you're absolutely right.
Much. And yes, if I streamed it, it would be a flashback to the Croatia live stream where I did it at 5 a.m. The people that were on the stream with me watched the sunrise behind me. Because it was wild. Never doing that shit again.
Yeah. Rule of thumb says, love the Hot Fuzz reaction, by the way. I see a lot of comments in there about the Hot Fuzz reaction. I was actually... I spent almost the entire day editing that yesterday. And I was really happy that on the first go, I got it up on YouTube with no hiccups, which is hard to do with a movie reaction.
Yeah.
But because when you edit the movie reaction, you're basically watching the movie all over again.
Yeah, you are.
In slow motion.
Yep.
But rewatching, editing that and rewatching basically rewatching Hot Fuzz again, it was a real treat. I really loved that movie, and movie reactions are so tedious and so time consuming and annoying when you're editing them. But I found that was not the case with Hot Fuzz. I was having a blast editing that yesterday. So that was thank you guys for all the kind comments about the Hot Fuzz reaction, because we really like that one.
Yeah, what has been your favorite? Have you done the trilogy yet?
Yes, we've done it World's End, which is up on Patreon. I probably won't have that up on YouTube for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah,
but
what's been your favorite? If you could, choose
I think in the moment watching it, I think it was The World's End. I really do.
Really,
which surprised me, because I'd seen of the three, most people tend to agree that The World's End is the weakest. Not everyone says that, but that seems to be the majority opinion, even though they all agree that all three are great. But I really enjoy, because The World's End, I was totally confused throughout almost the entire movie as to what was going on. Whereas Shaun of the Dead, you know what's going on.
Yep.
The characters don't, but you do. And then Hot Fuzz, you got an idea of what's going on. You just don't know who the culprits are. But with The World's End, it was it was like, what in the fuck is going on here? Like, I was having so much fun trying to figure out what was going on, and I had no clue. I had the most fun watching that one. How about you?
I loved Hot Fuzz. I absolutely loved it because I just related to it somehow, some way. Like for me, it's like I go back to the small town, Damascus. It'd be like getting like DC SWAT officer into Damascus, and you're just like, same people for the what is it for the common good? Is that their thing? For the what is their chant that they say? Oh man, I forgot. I think it was like for the common good.
I think it was for the common good. Somebody in the chat can let us know.
Yeah.
Kathy says Boomer needs a swan. Yeah, the swan killed me. The swan killed me, man.
So random. No, man.
That's so funny. For the greater good. Thank you, Toby. That's what it is.
Yep, for the greater good.
For the greater good. For the common good is probably a communist thing.
Yeah. Yeah, for the common good.
Right after that,
you want to leave that place.
Right after they just dropped 15 dead bodies in a trench.
Yeah. Oh man.
What else we got going on here?
I'm reading. Sometimes it's so hard. I just get caught up reading.
It is. I'm actually scrolling up a little bit because I'm sure I missed some good good stuff here. Toby says another Toby one. I just seen the reaction to The World's End. It was absolutely incredible. Thank you.
Nice. Always check the back seat. 100% Kathy. Always check the back seat. Even if you don't have one, just check it.
Penis Hazelden just reminded me that the Brits are hosting Eurovision.
That's right.
This year.
That's right. That's right.
I kind of want to check it out. It looks like a lot of ridiculous fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Have you seen the Eurovision movie? The Fireside?
No, I haven't. No.
Will Ferrell?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like, because when I watch movies, like I don't like to watch musicals. Which is basically like, Eurovision movie would have nothing but music in it, but it's not my kind of thing.
I would say if you're gonna dive into the what the fuck of Eurovision, you could check that movie out, and that does it justice. Pretty much.
Okay.
But Harry asked a good question, man. If you could be in any British TV show or film, what would it be? If you could be in one.
If I could be in any British TV show or film.
Yeah.
I'll try to think about both. Television. I might have to say it's got to be either Father Ted or Only Fools and Horses.
All right.
One of those two. I'm thinking Father Ted because one, I could probably pull off an Irish accent. Maybe, if I'm lucky. And two, Only Fools and Horses. Aside from the humor, I like the wholesome moments in that show. So
I like that. I definitely, and I would think I would have to be either Blackadder or Faulty Towers. I think those
are good
guys,
choices. Yeah, those
guys. The chaos that Faulty Towers is my kind of place. Like I've been to that hotel before, and it's. I definitely wouldn't mind that. That'd be fun.
I'm trying to think of movies now, like the one British film that I would want to be in. Man, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Should I go serious or funny?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like I would love to be in, like, I'm having a very hard time getting my 1917 movie reaction up on YouTube right now. it's been such a pain in the ass,
Mm.
but it's an incredible movie. One of the best movies I've ever seen. And
Yeah.
just to be like a minor character in something like that,
Well, that would be awesome.
it would be amazing. I would love something like that, or just to be an extra in it and dress up and that'd be something really cool.
The I don't know, man. The movies are different. Movies are different. I feel like movies are different. Like I always gravitate towards comedy, and for that I would probably do the Lock, Stock, and Two Barrels or Two Smoking Barrels or whatever that long. That's a good, random.
I was thinking about that too. Yeah,
I like that.
Actually, William Forsythe, he said it best. British film James Bond. Come on, lads. Yeah. I would love, and I don't even want to be James Bond. I want to be a Bond villain. That's got to be the most fun job in acting, is being a Bond villain.
Yeah, no, you have to be. You have to be. Because you know you're going to die, but it just, how well do you die? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, oh, man, I don't know, man. I love the Bond villains, dude. I love them all. Hey, Kev. Nice.
Kevin, thank you very much for this very kind super chat, man. He says, keep up the good work, King Boomer. And Daniel, thank you very much. Much love to you, Kevin.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much. You were very kind, sir.
Yes.
We were actually in that Hot Fuzz reaction. We were talking about James Bond quite a bit because Timothy Dalton makes an appearance in it. No, you do not take that sock. You go back up on the bed. Come on. Here. All right. Come on. That's you. You take that. All right.
Yep.
But we were having an interesting talk about James Bond because Timothy Dalton showed up in the Hot Fuzz movie.
Fuzz.
He was Mr. Skinner in Hot Fuzz, which he was fantastic. And I was saying something. Adam says, "Just give her the socks for fuck's sake."
I know, right? That's all. That would only make her happy. Just appease the pup. Appease the pup.
But I was saying that my favorite James Bond was Pierce Brosnan. It was the James Bond that I grew up with, probably because we're the same age, pretty much. It's probably the one you grew up with watching. Yep. Like when we were kids, he was James Bond, and you were like,
"This guy."
If anything, I want to grow up to be as cool as that fucking guy.
That guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, guy. There he is. He's on the GoldenEye thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Like that's James Bond.
But I was mentioning in the movie because I love Timothy Dalton. I just compared to the other Bonds, I just don't. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but there are some people who think that Timothy Dalton was the best and that his movies were the best. I disagree, but he has like one of those cult followings in that fan base. You know what I mean? And I can see why. He's a fantastic guy.
He was. I think it was a great Bond, but for me, like it's who you grow up with, man. Who you build your allegiances with. You know,
right.
Like we only had Pierce Brosnan.
Right. Gander says, and one of the one Bond, well, there was two Bonds we didn't talk about, George Lazenby and Roger Moore.
Yep.
But Roger Moore, I love Roger Moore too.
He had fun with it.
He said Roger Moore was the best Bond because during that time they understood how silly the whole thing is.
Yeah.
Which he actually he's part of two of my favorite Bond movies, Live and Let Die and The Man with the Golden Gun. I love those two films. There's some ridiculous nonsense in those too, but yeah, I love those.
It's just over the top, man. It's just over the top, and I love them. I couldn't be bothered with the new Bonds. I just can't.
Really?
Like, I might see them as like a one-off, but I feel like they're too.
Those ones are connected. Yeah,
that's what I was
with
saying.
Daniel Craig's. They're not just standalone Bond films anymore. Right.
It started to get like Mission Impossible-esque now. And I'm like, okay. Because there's like a Mission Impossible, like what, 20 now? I don't know. It's like a Land Before Time.
Who knows?
It's like, who knows?
I'm not a Mission Impossible guy.
No. But you've seen the first one. Everyone has. And it's great. Right. It was a great movie. And that's it. I used to spend hours, wasting hours of time on that video game. The Mission Impossible video game was stupid.
But but Daniel Craig, I personally think he's the second best Sean Connery. Sorry for the Sean Connery fanboys. I totally understand. But my whole thing is, if you're going to play a murderous spy character, then I need it to be convincing, and Daniel Craig convinces me more than anybody. He looks like he will literally shoot your mother in front of you and then just walk away.
Yep.
Laughing. I mean, the guy pulls it off. He may not have the best movies. Skyfall is amazing, and Casino Royale is really good. But the other three films, Spectre was okay, but the other two I didn't like at all.
No,
but as far as playing a murderous spy character, he convinces me more than anyone else who's played James Bond. But I will always say that Pierce Brosnan was the coolest.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the James Bond who he looked like he had the most fun of them all playing James Bond.
It's like one of those things where he wasn't acting. I could believe he is James Bond in real life. You know what I mean? Like I could believe that he was just James Bond. You know? That's what I'm thinking. And I couldn't imagine Jay from the In-Betweeners as the next Bond. No. But no, even though Pierce Brosnan did Mrs. Doubtfire too, I think prior to being Bond.
Yeah. William Forsythe, what did you guys think of No Time to Die? Loved it, ending aside. I didn't like it. I thought that opening sequence. Did you ever see it, Daniel? No. I won't spoil anything for you.
No, you're good. Trust me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you won't spoil
that. That opening sequence was awesome. Other than that, no, I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
I really thought. Here's my thing. Like, No Time to Die. They should have just made the main villain Blofeld again, which is, I don't know if you saw Spectre, but the main villain of the Spectre movie, the guy who from Inglourious Bastards, what's his name?
Oh my God,
the guy who spoke like 4 languages and was the German guy who hunted down the Jews in that movie. Fucking great actor.
I forgot his name. I know that's going to bother me.
His name's not coming to me right now. Yeah, it's bothering me a lot right now.
No, I hate that.
But anyway, they should have just made him the main villain again. He escapes, does what he does. Christopher Waltz, thank you, Sang.
There you
go. Christopher Waltz. They should have just made him play Blofeld again and be the main guy, but they just had him in like a throwaway scene, and that was it. And he was
would be awesome if they brought Brosnan back as a villain.
Yeah.
As a Bond villain.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? That would be kind of cool. You know, I would like that.
Waltz! That's his name. All right. What's somebody keeps typing in, I can't remember who it was, but it was like Rangers or Celtics, and I don't know what they're talking about.
Football clubs.
Are they football clubs? Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Because I don't know. Because when you say Celtics, I'm thinking basketball.
Boston.
Yeah, and when you're saying Rangers, I'm thinking, well, it's got to be baseball or hockey.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Now, here's a question that I've asked before on Embrace 621. Is it Celtic or Celtic?
It's probably Celtic, I would think.
I don't know. I always want to say Celtic.
Celtic is like the Romanized version of it, because the Romans use the C as like in the same way they use an S.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
So you and Spencer are going to be. Well, I guess you guys already have, since you've been there for a month, but doing. Reactions.
We have the
side by side via satellite.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I just took I took pictures of the backdrop, and I'm going to use that for our green screens. We're going to try to see if we can have a throwback green screen, like our old setup, kind of in the background. Use that picture,
okay.
And then. But yeah, no, we're using Restream to get all of our content in, and it's actually working gloriously. Check that out. Whoa.
I'm just messing with this thing.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing what the other buttons were.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can make it small.
Yeah, you can make me small. You can make me disappear.
I can make you small. How do you like me now?
Like, don't yell at me. Don't yell at me.
I got it, yeah, because it's fun. Like, we went live 10 minutes after I got this app.
You're like, how do you use it? Let's
dude,
go.
Discord, like, God, I don't even know if I'll ever create another Discord server again, just because it got so inundated with stuff. People wouldn't stop adding me, like messaging me when I'm in the middle of stuff. And it's like, and I had people try to call me on Discord.
That's wild.
Like,
that's wild.
And then on top of that, like, it never does what I want it to do. And like, we were trying to get this together, and it literally looked like I had you up on the screen, and it looked like I was recording with a camera from 1937.
It sounds like the lines.
Yeah. And the audio was 3 seconds behind what your mouth was doing.
It's wild, man. It's wild. And but really quick, AFL will come back on the Embrace the Suck 21 channel, Ian, at some point. I know you asked that a couple times, so but yeah, no, I love for what this is. If you're inviting people on, this is the way to go. Is StreamYard.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Those two are really good. Rule of thumb, we're probably 18 hours or more, right?
I would say driving. I would say 16 or 17, something like that.
Yeah. Yep. But no, it's yeah. I mean, that's we could have a meeting spot, man, in the middle. You got EB in the middle, and now you have Spencer in the middle.
Yeah, I gotta get. I probably should do one of these with Alan, eclectic beard. I also wanted, like, there's two other guys. Well, one is Josh. We already talked about him.
Yeah.
From after work reactions. He seems like a really cool guy. And McJibbin. I really like McJibbin.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find myself on my own time just watching it because he's like everywhere. Like, he's, especially with the history stuff. Like, he's reacting to history stuff that I didn't even know was there. And I always find myself jumping into his videos and checking out what he's doing. And I've talked to him before on one of Eclectic Beard's live stream. He's a cool dude.
Cool. And Philip, yes, we are doing the camping trip at some point. At some point. It's going to be later in the fall. We're doing a 24-hour survival challenge at some point, somewhere.
Jimmy Jones says he just repeats video uploads. Chelsea Riley. That ain't good. Nah, I'm sure McJibbin, but he does so many videos that, in his defense, he probably doesn't realize that he's already reacted to something.
He is.
That would be my guess.
Like, it's easy to think you did. It's so funny because we released a video we reacted to, or we did another react. It was like the first time it ever happened, and people were like, "Didn't you guys already see this?" And I'm like, "Did we?" And then I was like, "It was so long ago that we had completely forgotten it." And I'm like,
yeah,
bro, it's like a whole fresh. It's wild. You can flood your mind with so many freaking videos that you wipe all memory, and that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy that I could watch something from a year ago and have it be still fresh, like, or not fresh. Sorry, like a whole new experience.
Yeah. So, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, and isn't it JPS, right? JPS. It's JPS. He's from Maryland, I think. He's.
Is he really? That's the young kid, right?
That's the young kid. That's the young kid, man.
He's probably older than we think he is, but
no, he's a young kid. Yeah. He's like.
I've never talked to him. I just I know that, he had. He's the reason why I didn't decide to get a PO box. Because apparently somebody sent him something really
bad,
fucked up, and that's it's like the Discord. Like, somebody kept posting porn on my Discord server. It's like somebody's always got to ruin it.
Yeah,
and now I'm scared to get it. Now I'm scared to get a PO box because I don't want it, whatever he got sent to him sent to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh,
but
man.
which I feel bad for him because he's also he's probably tougher than we give him credit for. Though he can handle it.
Yeah. He's just, I just feel like he's just a kid, man. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Because I know
Yeah.
EV had him on his channel, like interviewing him a while ago.
Did he? Okay.
And so he talks a little bit of how he transformed his reaction channel from just, I think he did swimming or something like that, or gaming, and he transformed it into what it is now. So
okay,
it's like a JPS 2.0. And I think that's crazy. I think it's crazy to me. Like, when you go in a different direction, that's the scariest thing, man. Like, because everyone comes to our channel for one thing only. They do not move. The rule is don't change what you're doing. And it's hard and it's scary to try to take a following and switch gears and switch into different kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it can backfire pretty bad.
Yep.
I sometimes will do something different in a reaction video. Like I'll react to something totally different just to throw it out there and see how it goes. And 9 times out of 10, it doesn't go well.
No.
You got the nice people who are like, yeah, this is cool. But, I remember I did a in-betweeners, this guy who did like YouTube poop style videos with in-betweeners content. And it did not go over well.
No.
With people, they did not like turning the in-betweeners into YouTube poop stuff.
No.
Which is a shame because I liked it, and this guy has a small channel, and I was trying to help him out, but
it's funny because there are things that you think are going to do amazing, and they just flop, and you're like, what? And like it's I still don't know what the fuck we're doing. You know what I mean? Like, I still don't know what we're doing. 2 years into it, I'm like, dude, it is what it is. Like, you can think, you can strategize, and you have a best guess, but it's never right.
Yeah, that's so true. This is a great idea, Dango. This is a great idea. Why didn't we think of this shit? I would have bought a plane ticket back to Maryland just to be a part of it.
Just to burn it all down. It would be unfortunate because it's part of a storage unit. So
I know you would get arrested in the process.
We might want to double time it out of here, guys. Why? Because we might be wanted for property damage. Loads of property damage.
Yeah. That is a great, but to Dango's credit, as for like an ending of a movie, like let's say it would be the Embrace the Suck 21 movie. That would be amazing.
That would be how it goes. You walk away and it just blows up in the background.
That's a great idea.
We could get like a little model of a storage unit, and then we could just light that on fire. Just zoom in really, really close. Yeah.
David Martin, you guys ever thought about merchandise? Well, I know Daniel, you got merchandise, right?
Yeah, man. I have a lot of merch on my personal channel. And Embrace the Suck 21 has merch. And I'm still trying to get that merch up to snuff, to be honest. Because we just had the shirts just to have the shirts. But I'm still gonna I was talking with Spencer this last a couple days ago, and we're gonna be revamping that whole thing. So yeah, but yeah, man. I mean, I don't have any merch. I can't wait for you to get on something like that, man. So I can buy it.
I just never like really have. I still haven't dressed up my Twitch channel yet. Like I'm still got like other things I have to do before I even consider start selling merch or anything.
Yeah,
it's just because when it comes to like designing things, I'm fucking terrible at it, which is why I like like my icon and my banner that was designed by my friend Adam, and other things that there have been like a couple fans who have sent me stuff that they asked me to use, so there's that too. But when it comes to designing things and the time it takes to do that, like I just don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, no,
to be honest, to be
crazy.
messing around with that stuff.
It's crazy.
I wish I had that because one of my ideas for a channel, which I would love to do like a cartoon type like channel that talks about history.
Oh, like a
And
oversimplified
but
kind
make
of
it like goofy.
Yes.
You know, because I like doing like goofy voices and stuff. But like I don't have any artistic talent when it comes to like drawing, or I wouldn't know where to start with cartoons. I've asked people who are into that stuff like how, and they've sent me things and say use this app, it's pretty easy to use, and I'm looking at it like it's the fucking Death Star and I don't know how to control this thing.
Yeah.
So it's just if I knew how to get into the animation aspect of that, then that would be my second channel.
Man, I think we're closer than we think about doing that shit with all this advancement in artificial intelligence, man. It's just right up the that's right down the road. Holy crap. Sorry. If you can hear that thumping, that's my son and my puppy running above me.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you got any of that audio. That's crazy.
No, those are the sounds of happiness.
Yes, that is the sound of the family drums. That's what we do.
Those are the sounds of happiness. I've already got one of those sounds right behind me, and now we have another. The other sounds are on the way.
Yes, man. They're buffering.
Yes,
they're loading. That's awesome, man. I'm happy for you, man. That's like awesome news.
Turning King Boomer onto Oasis is the goal. Come on, you know. I only know like a few Oasis songs, but I've said this before. I feel like I don't want to get into the music reaction stuff just because, and I've seen other channels do it. I've never seen you guys. I know you guys have done it, but I haven't seen you guys do a music. I've never clicked on your music reaction videos. Yeah. But other channels that I've seen do it, it's like they have to pause it every 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, then you're not listening to the fucking song.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
It just seems like, and I know they're doing that to avoid the copyright stuff, but it's like,
yeah, it's
hard enough getting shit on for pausing a reaction video like 2 minutes into the thing, which I tend to do a lot. So imagine if I pause something every 3 seconds. Comments would be astronomically like, what are you doing?
But I mean, it's like we have to do what we have to do to get the video up, and on top of that, it's just music is just tough, man. Music's just tough, you know, but I love the journey of figuring out new bands and stuff like that. I do like that journey, and I like that there is a place to at least I can get familiarized with new bands. But like you said, it's copyright 100%. All right. You don't do it for anything other than just having it on the channel. Trust me.
Right.
You know. And
I mean, it would be great if you could actually like do it like where you could do like 10 or 15 seconds of the song at a time. But and I know they get tons of views. Like I've seen some channels where they react to music for the first time, and even though they're pausing every like 2 or 3 seconds, they're getting these amazing view counts. And I'm like, but I would, if I was like a fan, like say like Dr. Dre. I love Dr. Dre. And I've seen people react to a Dr. Dre song for the first time, and then like after the second pause, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah. Like it's just they're pausing it every 2 or 3 seconds. They're not listening to the song.
Yeah, it's or what happens is the unspoken rules, right? The unspoken rules of pausing during a song are like, don't pause during a solo ever, right? Guitar solos, those are holy. Do not.
I totally agree with that. Yes.
Pause.
Oh, hi, buddy.
Oh my God, dude! I saw a video the other day that that paused during the Freebird solo, and you just don't do that.
No,
like you.
No, that's blasphemous.
Even if you don't know,
that is blasphemy.
Yeah, you can't pause during the Freebird solo because it's tough because you can tell they need to say something. It's been too long since they paused because they're like little Pavlovian ticks. They're like, I gotta click the pause button. They don't know it's like 3 fucking minutes, 5 minutes of a solo. So like these guys are like, oh, this song is interesting. It's very mellow. It's very chill, and then it just ramps up and surprises them, and then they don't know what to do with it. They're like, do I pause now? Do I let the solo play? I mean, man, no,
Yeah.
I love going down the Freebird rabbit hole. To be honest, it's just I love those reactions. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, man, and it's tough because with the music reactions, Spencer's more well versed in music, um, and he knows how to speak on different things like the technical sides of stuff, and I'm more of a listener, like I'm the everyman. I'm like, dude, I'll hit. That's it. I don't know what chord or nothing. I just yeah. When I listen to
I've
this, yes,
actually
reviewed.
that's funny. I was actually eventually I want to talk to Spencer about the guitar because remember I told you about the guy who made my icon and my banner is a
Yeah,
good friend of mine, and he is a really really good guitar player.
yeah.
To the point where like he's been like on various artists' albums and stuff to like do
Cool.
background guitar work
Cool.
and I'm talking and I'm not just talking like random background guitar work, like to do solos for songs and stuff just to make it sound cooler.
Yeah.
Not to toot up his horn, not to toot up your horn anymore, Adam, but but he actually got rid of his electric guitars because I think he wanted to spend more time like with his actual job that he has now,
Oh.
which is he makes a very good
Yeah.
living, but
Mm-hmm.
he wanted to focus more on that, so he got rid of his electric guitars because he kept playing them all the time.
Man.
So I said that is nonsense. So as a gift for creating the banner and the icon, I sent him a brand new electric guitar,
Super cool, man.
and then I did some voiceover work for some website that he was setting up,
Cool, man.
doing like and welcome back to the website. How's everybody doing? That kind of shit. So
Yeah.
as a thank you for me doing that for him, he sent me almost the same exact guitar. And I don't even play guitar, so like, I got it like on Christmas Day. So Christmas Day, I'm like, I got a speaker like right here, and I played around with it for like 2 weeks, but like I'm just so terrible at it that I just got it sitting
That's
here
awesome,
now.
man.
But maybe I can get Spencer to like show me some tricks. I don't know.
No, you have to. You have to reach out to him, man. You have to reach
I
out
don't
to
know
him,
if
man.
he's got an electric guitar, but
Yes. It's funny
okay.
because we just got gifted some Lloyd guitars. They sent us over some.
Oh, really?
Bro, they're sweet, man.
That's awesome.
It's pretty sweet, man. And they gave us like a promo code and stuff for like discounted guitars. But they sent me the what is it? The bass, and they had it's a pretty. I don't know how to play bass, but I'll definitely rep the shit out.
I
of
bet
it.
bass is a lot easier than regular guitar.
Fuck yeah, probably.
You just slap it.
Yeah, you just slap the bass, and so no, I got.
It kind of looks like you're doing something else, but
yeah, I know, doesn't it? You're walking with your fingers, obviously.
Yeah.
Or you're just practicing your tech deck, jumps. If you remember that throwback.
Where is it? Rule of Boomer. How's the missus doing with the pregnancy? It's been tough at times, but I'd say she has her good days and bad days. But most of the bad days, because that first trimester, which we just got past, is that's when you get all the she feels like the worst.
Ooh,
man, because you're basically growing the baby inside you and
just
forming all the organs and stuff, and so that's been tough. But she'll have her good days too. But it's like usually like every other day, one's good, one's bad. But yeah, we're about to get past that stage, and it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be awesome, man. I'm so happy that you're on that journey, man. I'm not too long ago just got done with that journey. So man,
yeah.
Anytime you need some moral support, man, just hit me up.
How old's your son now?
He's 4 years old.
4 years old. Nice.
Yep. And it's funny because I can hear my wife wrestling with him to try to put him down. So
really,
it's pretty crazy, man. Life is so fulfilled, once you hold your children, man, you're just like, damn, everything else doesn't matter. Like, it's just wild. It just puts life into perspective.
She's actually been pretty shocked at how like calm I am about the whole thing. Because when she found out, she was like freaking out.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh man. No, I remember when we found out we were pregnant. I was working on a deck. Story of my life. But I was working on a deck in like Bethesda, and I just sat down and I was like, holy shit, this is real. Let's do it. Like, you know, everything changed. Everything changed from that moment. I'm like, damn. Yeah. All right, cool, man. Time. For
it's because I don't think it's like really hit me yet. Like that. You know, I need to be scared about anything. But I told Callie this. I was like, probably when the water breaks and you're pushing it out, that's when I'm going to be freaking the fuck out. That's when I'm going to be like, somebody get me a tranquilizer.
Yeah. And Ricky Ryan, man, it's like, yeah, I say when we found out we were pregnant, because I was there. Like, all the bad days, all the mood swings, from never bad to great, just bad to worse. That's the only way the fucked up swing goes. It's like the swings don't ever be, I'm jolly. And no, never. You are miserable and then more miserable. And that's the fucking swing. It's a effed up swing. But no, I was there. I was freaking there for it, man. It's a crazy ride, man. It's a crazy ride. And it's not until you hold your baby, man, that's different. And it's like, oh, because I feel like we internalize stuff. Like, we get through the day and we're the support. We're the relief, you know? We're there. Uh-oh.
I'm being called.
It's all right, man. Well, I'm being called as well.
Yeah. Like, she's getting all up in my grill every second now. Yes. Nice. I know. Nice. All right, folks. Well, thank you for everybody who tuned in. Daniel, thank you for stopping by.
Hey, man. Yes.
We need to do this again sometime. Maybe the three of us with Spencer. Because I've actually only talked to Spencer like one time with you, like off camera. So
once he probably gets back to North Carolina, then we can, once he gets set up, then we can jump on this, and then we can all three of us can do it. You know? That'd be fun. But no, man, I really appreciate you having me on your channel, dude.
No problem. All right, to everybody, y'all have a wonderful night. I know it's late over there. Don't drink too much.
Yes.
And if you are drinking, don't drive, please.
No.
All right, I'll see you guys soon. Yes. Okay.
Later,
all right,
guys.
See you guys.